So this thing behind me, yes, you can get it on camera.
Tell you, it's claustrophobic as hell.
A very wet and noisy Ho Chi Minh City. As my bag goes missing on that motorbike. So, what is there to do in Ho Chi Minh City? Well, why don't I show you? The Vietnam War is my main reason for coming here, to learn more about that. First off is the War Remnants Museum, which is a bit of a mouthful. Also, there's the Ho Chi tunnels, which is coming later. You can shoot an AK-47 there also. Yeah, so without further ado, let's have a look around. Aircraft here from the Vietnam War. This is a Chinook behind me, which was used by the US Army from 1965. Lovely. Very big. And that's a US tank behind me. Apparently the Americans had over 300 tanks in Vietnam by 1965. Wonderful. So this thing behind me, yes, you can get it on camera, is a flamethrower. It's got a flamethrower. It's a tank with a flamethrower with a range of 137 metres. Amazeballs. Some guy just said something hilarious. Vietnamese guy. He goes, oh, so the Americans had all this stuff in Vietnam, but they still lost. So they say history is written by the victors. Well, this is definitely true here. I'm in Vietnam. It's very anti-American, which it will be. On the first floor, there's 3 floors basically. The first floor has a lot of pictures, etc., explaining about how literally every country in the world was against America being in Vietnam in the first place. On the second floor, there's a big exhibition about something called Agent Orange, which I didn't know about. Basically, it's chemical warfare. The Americans dropped dioxin on Vietnam, which basically causes deformities, death, etc., mental retardation, that sorts of stuff, not only in the people that it directly affects, but also generations going down and down and down, so their kids again, etc. So pretty horrific. A lot of this stuff I didn't realise happened, so it's very interesting to learn about. A definite must do when you're in Ho Chi Minh. Right, do you want to learn more about the Vietnam War? Well, if the answer is yes, continue watching, because we're off to the next stop, which is the Ho Chi tunnels. So let me tell you a bit about that before I show you it. So the Ho Chi tunnels were dug underneath Ho Chi, which is about 2 hours away from Saigon. They were used in the Vietnam War, or the American War as the Vietnamese call it, because they won. Basically they were used for the Vietnamese troops to travel around the area undetected by the Americans. The tunnels are very small, as you will see. Right, so you'll see a actual tunnel, the actual size it was, which is tiny, because Vietnamese people are a lot smaller than European people, so they could fit in them. They have been widened at a certain point to allow tourists in, and even then it was a struggle to get through. You had to go on your hands and knees at some points. Very claustrophobic. There's also a shooting range there, and you learn a lot about the Vietnam War. So let's have a look. And by the way, it costs 90,000 dong for the trip, and entry to the place costs 110. So in total 200 dong.
After trap down or shot down the enemy, they collect everything from the enemy. I mean, we see, okay? Collect everything. Okay, so take photo please. And now we come to see the one the US soldiers looking for. That's the entrance of the tunnel. Because the tunnel weighs 3 meters deep and I see it. Okay? You see, they pick up this one, where they're gonna hold it. They put like this. They drop the body down there, 1.3 to 1.5 meters deep. They hold the cover from under, straight up like this one, and then do sit down. In or out of tunnels, always hands up. This tank got one might blow up from the bottom. Blow up from the bottom, make the tank. The armpit trap, you fall down to the hole. Reaction, you open your arm to hold both sides of the hole, right? So open it, the spike will take from here up to here of your body. Okay? Body gets stuck, hang on the trap. Like this.
I'm not going to put your face.
You shoot 10.
Okay, ready?
Okay, shot.
Yeah.
Oh. Wait.
Good.
I didn't make it.
I'm totally hitting up there, aren't I? Fantastic, beautiful. Thanks, man. Eliminate. Jesus.
So, just crawling on my hands and knees through the Ho Chi tunnels. Tell you, it's claustrophobic as hell. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, do not do this if you're claustrophobic.
So these tunnels were a lot smaller. In reality, they've been made bigger for fat tourists.
So the good news is I made it out of the Ho Chi tunnels with a pulled muscle in my leg. Yeah, if you're claustrophobic like I am, do not go in there. But it was really cool. I'm not on a building site. I'm somewhere near the Cambodia-Vietnam border, ready to go into Vietnam. Wonderful. So just quickly about crossing the border to Vietnam. You can get into Vietnam with a free visa if you're staying there less than 14 days, which I am. Also, you need to have proof of your ongoing travel. So I've already booked my flight to Hong Kong, so remember to do that. So I was told that you needed to book your onward travel, which I did. However, they don't ask for any of that. It might have been because I got a bus and the bus company basically look after everything. So they take your passports off you, they take all the passports to the immigration guy, he looks at them all and gives you a 2-week free visa. So crossing the road in Vietnam is a bit of an art form, similar to Cambodia. Basically there's zebra crossings, but drivers do not take any notice of them. There are no lights or anything, pedestrian lights, etc. Just basically got to run for it and hope for the best. It doesn't really work out well when you're in flip-flops and it's wet. Right, one thing to be careful of in any place like this. So Saigon is notorious for people nicking stuff, pickpocketing, etc. I don't even know I have my phone out on the street at night time. Good one. You'll notice that some of the local men will do kissy sounds at you and call you over. They're MBs, massage boys, money boys. If you get talking to them, just be wary of your belongings. Put your hand in your pocket, because you never know, they might be trying to distract you and someone else might nick your phone out of your pocket, etc. See, I'm looking around all the time because who knows what is going on. You've always got to be aware of your surroundings. As my bag goes missing on that motorbike. Right, one other advisable thing to do is wear a bag like the one I'm wearing, which is diagonal over me, so it's less easy for motorbike riders to nick it off you as they drive past. Also, walk on the side of the road with your bag on the other side. So I'm on the right side of the road with my bag on the right, so there's little chance of someone on a motorbike grabbing my bag and dragging me along the road, which I've heard about happening before. And just on Vietnam currency, the Vietnam currency is called the Dong, D-O-N-G. It's in denominations of like millions, which is just madness. So basically, this is February 2017, 500,000 Dong is about 20 quid, slightly less than 20 quid, English pounds. Right, so if you've enjoyed learning more about the Vietnam War, as I have, then please remember to leave a thumbs up down the bottom. Also, leave a comment. If you don't know how to leave a comment, just scroll down to the bottom of all the other videos and you will be able to leave a comment there. And most importantly, remember to subscribe to my channel by clicking on the little face next to my face, and underneath that is the Vietnam and Cambodia playlist. So next time I'll be in Hoi An. I'll catch you later.